supposed to be sold out, but I think tickets are sold out. People are not coming here. They will come slowly. It's working late today. We'll give them some time. I'm supposed to be here at 8 o'clock and share some of the things with all of you, but it's a mixture of both familiar faces and those who are here for the first time. So I'll wait for a couple of more minutes and begin our session. I expected more people. I think they must be on the road, or they are eating, or they feel first day it's okay if we don't go. What difference does it make? It's there online, we can always access to it and get the information. Before we begin our get-together session, if you have not collected camp handout, please come forward and take the copies if you haven't collected so far. All of you have? Good? Yes, sure. You have it. No problem. That is usual. I expected many more. I expected at least 75, 80 people. फोन किया, कंफर्म किया. Okay. I think they all have come now, so we'll begin our session. Thank you. Om Ganana Tva Ganapatigam Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashrinvan Notibisida Sadanam Om Mahaganapatage Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matrarupena Samsthita Namastasya 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 Namo Namaha Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guravi Namaha. Warm welcome to all of you. On behalf of Vidya Gurukulam, it's my pleasure to welcome you all in this group. I think we have our old-timers who have been coming here for a number of years. And new one is our Bala Gurukulam students, their parents, and teachers. We are supposed to have on the board 150 adults and 65 children. I'm sure you're able to see all of them tomorrow morning, at least at 9 o'clock class. If not 9, 11 o'clock class for sure. So this is our attendance for the camp. So this camp, how many of you are new here this time? Okay, that's very good. And our thanks to all of you, and join our Gurukulam family, and our special thanks to Tri-State people who will be coming there. Okay, so what we are going to do all these 3 days here? Just only dining hall activities or temple activities, or there is much more than that? So if you have this booklet, please open it and see the page number 1. So today is the orientation. You can expect Swami Viditatmananda to come anytime and begin Satsang. Satsang is informal, that you can ask any questions, subject related, or you have been studying something on your own and you have certain questions about the Gurukulam, of the subject. So a mic will be given to you. Be clear, be precise what you would like to ask, and Swamiji will try to answer all your questions. It will be duration of 1 hour. Probably will start latest by 8:30 and it will go up to 9:30. That's today's program. So before Swamiji comes, we'll spend some time together, get to know each other, and also what are the classes and what are the other activities that you're going to have during your stay at the Gurukulam. So the day begins tomorrow morning. Here it's with meditation, but you come down here. So you can see temple schedule. We begin our program morning at 5:15 a.m. with the Laghu Ganapati Homa in the Homa building. Shri Priest Ganeshan will be there to conduct this Homa. If you are interested, not if you are interested, you have to create interest to please come there because you have come for the purpose. When you have come for the purpose, you have no discount that you will pick and choose. Oh, why should I go in the morning? No. So strict attendance will be maintained throughout, and we make sure that you attend and enjoy each classes. Moving forward, then 15 minutes will be Ganapati Homa. Then after that, we'll all get ready for Abhisheka to Lord Dakshinamurti, Nitya Abhisheka. During Abhisheka, we all chant Shri Rudram. When you chant Vedic mantras, there is certain intonation mark one has to follow. If you already studied, if you know how to chant them, please join the priests in the temple. But if you haven't studied and you don't know much about it, so please don't make an attempt on yourself to just read the text. So that will go for 1 hour, 5:40 to 6:40, maybe 6:45. Then please come here and get ready for the guided meditation with Swamini Parapradnyanandaji. Parapradnyanandaji is disciple of Puja Swamiji, and Swami Viditatmananda have been studying and teaching in Ahmedabad, and she is one of the teachers here, and also help us to cover outreach programs during her stay here. So Swami will be here till July end, and all her weekends are booked for our outreach program. But Swami will be teaching you morning meditation at 7 a.m. Then after that, we'll have a breakfast. Then 9 o'clock, Swami Viditatmananda will teach class on Kathopanishad. That's the first class. And you have a few more minutes, 9 to 10. Then 11:15, you get ready for Mundaka Upanishad class by Swamini Para Pradnyanandaji. 11:15 to 12:15. And after that, we have lunch activities that we are given underneath. You can refer to it. Then we have yoga with Lance Daniels, 3:15 to 4:15 p.m. Yoga studio. How many of you don't know yoga studio? All of you know yoga studio, correct? The next huge building next means when you go out, you see the red color building. That is yoga studio. It has 2 levels. The first level is activity center for children, and the upstairs will be yoga studio, where your children and you all will have a chance to practice yoga under the guidance of Lance Daniels. Okay, then class 2, Kathopanishad, will continue in the evening at 5 o'clock, 5 to 6 p.m. Then you have dinner after Kathopanishad. Then we have evening Arati at 6:15. Then dinner, then come here at 8 p.m. sharp for Satsang with Swami Viditatmananda. So this is the program on Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday we have a special program in the afternoon. That also is provided here for Arshavidya Balagurukulam people. And students will have a 2 to 4:30 Arshavidya Balagurukulam annual day program for children. Swamiji will come and bless in the beginning, and program will continue. And we'll try to conclude that program 4:30 or latest 4:45, and make sure that we are all ready for evening class at 5 p.m. So the details are given, you can read all that. And about the Gurukulam and other things you have provided, general information, Gurukulam guidelines, and the text, everything is provided. Take few moments to read, understand, and make it yours. Thank you all. And if you need any help to make your stay comfortable, please contact us. Thank you all. Enjoy all the classes and other activities. Namaste and good night.
Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Welcome to all of you in this Memorial Day weekend retreat. As Suddhatma said, this session is the Satsang session on questions and answers. So I invite you to begin with a question, and once a question is asked, then other people will be inspired to also ask questions. So there.
Namaste Swamiji, and thank you for having us. I'm from Michigan. My name is Shruti, and I'm here with my family. This is our first time here. So my question to you would be, how does one find inner peace?
Good. We have to first understand the reason why the mind is not at peace, mind is restless. Often a conflict is going on within our own self, and that is a conflict that we have with our own self, as though one part of the mind is in conflict with other part of the mind, oneself. So it is this conflict which creates a lack of peace, it disturbs the peace of mind. So how to create the peace of mind? How come I do not always enjoy the peace of mind when I have a conflict with myself? When I am not happy with myself, I am not satisfied with myself, I do not accept myself. And this is the problem that every human being has. I'm sure we'll be discussing that in our classes also. But the conflict that I have within my mind, the conflict that I have with my own self, as I like to see myself in a certain way, I find myself to be quite different from what I like to see myself to be. And so there is a self-non-acceptance, self-dissatisfaction. And that's what creates conflict within my mind. I have conflict with my own self because of not accepting myself as I am. And therefore to get peace, simple solution is accepting myself as I am. Swami, you don't know who I am and how I am. However I am. And accepting does not mean condoning, or accepting does not mean not doing anything about it. If I feel that there are some elements within me that need to be changed, and I do that, proceed to do. Suppose I find myself an angry person, let us say. And I'm not happy with myself. So first step is to accept the angry person that I am, recognizing that there is a reason why I am what I am. And so, first of all, accepting even a dislikable I, because that's what I find myself to be. Then I will have the composure of the mind to do what is required to be done. If I get upset with myself, I reject myself, then I lose the very motivation or the ability to do what is required. So, self-acceptance is the way to discover inner peace. The conflict is because I do not accept myself, and peace is when I accept myself. Although it is a process of growth where ultimately I become acceptable to myself. I initiate a process by which I progressively become acceptable to myself. That's what Vedanta teaches, Bhagavad Gita teaches. Oscar. 1 minute. He is giving a microphone.
You said you have to accept yourself. I don't understand what you're trying to say. I'm sorry. I mean, if you accept yourself, you think one can have peace of that? You get peace?
There will be.
Sometimes you see in the midnight, sometimes you certain things happening in the past, or sometimes even that also, even the thing happened to you, but still sometimes in the midnight you get up and you just have bad dreams or unexpected dreams. Then how to calm yourself? To have again a sound sleep?
That it was a dream, not a reality, and therefore I do not have to judge myself based on dream. After all, dream is the result of some vasanas, they call it, or some samskaras that are stored in there from the past experiences. And when they become evident and manifest, then it becomes dream. So even if the dream is disturbing, we can always say that it was dream. It is not the dream or any given thing that disturbs me. It is the way I judge myself based on that, that's what disturbs me. Seeing something is one thing, and judging myself based on that is a different thing. I see my son doing something and I judge that I'm a bad mother, I'm a bad father, etc. If you can create distance between ourselves and what we see, so also create distance between dream, that was dream, Result of some samskara that was stored in the mind. That's not what I am right now. Therefore, I appreciate, I understand that dream, but I do not judge myself that I am a bad person, I am this person, that person. If you can thus create a distance in what is happening there and ourselves, it will be possible to maintain, a composure of the mind.
Namaste, Swamiji. Pranams. Can you please give me or give us some advice on what should be the mental disposition when we do the Shravanam, particularly when we attend these camps? That will be very beneficial as a Shrota. Thank you.
We remind ourselves the purpose for which we are here. That my purpose is to learn. And learning takes place, as you said, by Shravanam, by listening to the teacher. And I remind my mind that, look, mind, during this weekend, keep all your other priorities away. We will address them after this is over. Mind is naturally worried about what will happen in the future. It perhaps is concerned about what happened in the past. So what happened in the past can disturb us in the present. What can happen in future can create anxiety in the present. So it is the carry forward of the past or the anxiety of the future that make our mind, disturbed. So when the mind becomes disturbed, remind the mind. Look, right now we'll leave the past where it was. We'll wait for future where it comes. To the extent to which we can be in the present, to that extent we can enjoy a peace of mind. We'll worry about it later. So mind comes up with these questions, anxieties, etc. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, etc. Mind, let it wait for 2 days or 3 days. So this past and future, that is what disturbs the present. Past, accept what it was, and future, live for the future. It's easier said than done, but this is the way to remain in the present and to make the best of what we have in the present. Yeah.
Namaste, Swamiji. My name is Shyam Vinjamuri from Virginia. My question is, one of the Mahavakyas that we hear in Vedanta is Aham Brahmasmi. So, I is Brahman. For me, that is knowledge, but not realization. It means I don't realize that I am Brahma because I'm fully immersed in all kind of Laukika Samsara and all those activities. So, if I is Brahman but I, me Shyam, I'm confused and identifying everything with my body, I would consider myself as confused. If I am confused, who is it really confused? If I am Brahman, when will that kind of confusion dispel?
Shyam is confused. So who is Shyam? Keep the microphone with you. You said that you are confused. Shyam is confused. So who is Shyam? Is Shyam Brahman?
If Brahman is I, then Shyam must be Brahman.
Must be. Yes. But I don't see that. As you said, because of identification with body, etc. So right now that I am Brahman, the possibility that I am Shyam is a reality, and there is a journey from where we are to where we want to be. And one important aspect of the journey is listening to Vedanta, understanding as best as we can. And secondly, to see in what way this Vedanta that I am learning relates to my life. And what kind of change I should attempt to bring out in my life, which consists of process of thinking as well as doing. So this learning, how I address my thinking. Is it in keeping with what I'm learning? How can I align slowly my thinking to what I learn? And then slowly align what I do with my thinking. It's a process. But that is how slowly this will become a reality for you. It's a process of aligning the thinking and aligning the doing.
Dhanyavad, Swamiji.
Here. Yeah.
Hello, Swamiji. I'm from China, and I'm a student, and I study Hindu philosophy and text in the university. But when I see Swamiji, I see the embodiment of Hindu philosophy, tradition, and wisdom. So I see a living tradition. So I think there's a big difference between simply studying the text and becoming the embodiment of such a text and wisdom. So my question is, for the lay people like us, like me, what are the suggestions if we want to be the embodiment of the Hindu wisdom? Thank you.
Thank you for calling me the embodiment of wisdom and embodiment of tradition. I like to hear that. The first thing is what you already have is that you want to be what it is that you are learning, embodiment of what it is that's the first step. That shows that you have value. You understand how valuable it is and how important it is for you. How this slowly and slowly embodying Hinduism and other good things also that you learn in our life slowly changes, transforms, as we say, our thinking, our actions. And so first step is to learn and understand with clarity, as much clarity as we have, as possible. Because that will help us to translate that in our thinking. More clear my understanding is, more clear my thinking will be. And more clear my thinking is, more my life also will be. And therefore, this is a great value that you have, that you want to be the embodiment of what it is that you are learning. So that is the first step. That is a very important step. And maybe after many years of listening also, sometimes that kind of a commitment may not arise. I want to be the embodiment of what it is that I am studying and what I am listening to. It will happen by slowly transformation in your thinking, transformation in your actions. That's how all the change will happen. I don't think that you are not an embodiment already, but anyway, in case it is so, but you can do this by slowly observing your thoughts, observing your actions, and as I say, alignment with understanding of Vedanta.
Thank you, Swamiji, for having us. My question, that just now in somebody's question you said that to get an inner peace, one has to accept him or herself. Now the question is, when we think about ourselves, there are so many shortcomings in ourselves. So it becomes difficult to accept as we are because we know our own shortcoming, we are not perfect, and it becomes very difficult to accept ourselves as it is.
Well, by acceptance I do not mean that we don't do anything about it. Acceptance means settling the account. There is a reason why I am what I am. There are shortcomings in me. The reason for those shortcomings, number one, you are not the author of those shortcomings. Many things you inherited, and so the shortcoming that I find is not something that I may have created. My mind I have inherited, my thinking I have inherited, my personality I have inherited. What is meant by self-acceptance is that that is what it is. Meaning that I do not judge myself based on that. Self-acceptance, not blaming myself for my faults and shortcomings. I mean, this body, for example, it is very beautiful equipment, but then there are many shortcomings also. I know very well that I have not created this body. And therefore I accept it as it is given to me. So all these are given to us. The mind is given to us, the body is given to us, the mind is given to us, sense organs are given to us. And now we have to do what we need to do with all those things that are given to us. So what is given to us, I need not blame myself for what I find. I find my mind with such and such. I don't have to condemn myself for that or blame myself. But I have a commitment to do what is required, because that mind may make me unhappy, so I want to be a happy person. And so it may require me to slowly change my mind, and I do that. But we do that without blaming ourselves. That's all it is. I need not take the responsibility for how my mind is. I take the responsibility to change my mind. I mean, if you find, some spots on the wall, you take responsibility to clean them. But not for creating the spots because you haven't. So similarly also, whatever you find your mind to be, without blaming yourself, be objective. This is how the mind is. This is what needs to be changed. This is the way to do it. And you proceed and try to do that. Do I make myself clear? But you're not convinced.
The shortcoming is also created by ourselves.
For example,
I'm on a very hypothetical, on the extreme end. Suppose somebody committed murder. Now, he himself committed murder. Obviously, the action was taken by himself. Now, to accept himself would be difficult for him when he knows that certain of his action has created whatever the problems are. Or the person is, in a lighter sense, person is a greedy, or person is with the anger. Obviously, it is done by that person only. In a peaceful mind, person can think that I did this and it was not right, or whatever the stuff. And in that circumstances, how to accept oneself when oneself itself is committed certain things.
see, the self that committed those things is different from the self that is now looking at it. the self that you are now, looking at it objectively of what was done, okay, at that time the mind did this, and what is it that I should do now? The fact that you can see your shortcoming and fault means you're objective. That means you can create a distance between yourself and those shortcomings. And so you can decide what to do. That you are different from those shortcomings and decide what to do.
Swamiji, I want to see if you can give some tips how to motivate, like somebody is smoking, stop drinking alcohol, stop gaining weight, lose weight. How to give me some tips of how to motivate people to develop these good habits?
By highlighting the damage that a person is doing to himself or herself by these habits. How drinking destroys me, or how other kind of, whatever habits you say. We have to understand our own mind as to drinking is the manifestation of some problem elsewhere, some other problem. I take to drink because I cannot face myself. I say I cannot accept myself, cannot face myself, therefore I stone myself. So very often many of these things are nothing but attempts to escape from one's own self, not confronting oneself. We can seek help. And so drinking is something because there is some problem in the mind, maybe some depression may be there. I have to understand why this habit is there, where the problem is. Drinking is the manifestation, the effect, cause and effect. Effect of some cause. Overweight also is an effect of some cause. That maybe I don't have control over my mind as far as... So what is the reason? Somebody told me, Swamiji, I am eating my nervousness. Many years ago somebody said, Swamiji, I am eating my nervousness. When I become nervous, I eat. So these are things that we have to either seek somebody's guidance to understand why this is happening. Drinking, there may be programs available, but that itself may not solve the problem. What causes this drinking? What causes this addiction? What causes this problem? Is my mind is in, let's say, depression. Why is the depression? Coming back to a phenomenon, not self non-acceptance. I don't like myself, I hate myself, dislike myself. So more I dislike myself, more I become sad. It builds up into, so the self non-acceptance builds into a self-dislike, dissatisfaction, dislike, sadness, sorrow, depression. So this does not come in one day, it's a build-up of a certain kind of thinking. And this is what we have to address. Even overweight, for example, there may be some other kind of, if there is some kind of hygiene, my medical problem, I don't know. But if that, it is because I have no control over myself, that's why I'm eating more than required, etc. Then we have to see what is bothering me. So, problem is lying with my own self. Understand my mind and what makes my mind do what it is doing. In every case, you'll find that there is in some way not confronting myself, avoiding myself, escaping from myself, whether it is overeating, whether it is drinking, X, Y, Z, it's all not confronting myself because I don't like myself. So go into the fundamental thing and then understand our own self, why all this is created by an inner conflict that is arising from self-non-acceptance. Address that. Or seek help in addressing that if necessary. Do I make myself clear? He didn't say yes. Okay, all right. I did not hear.
Swamiji, I need to ask you, that I was told that it is enough for me to lead a dharmic life in this lifetime. But there are people who say that you could have done something good or bad or anything in your previous births. Is it necessary to know about them or just simply enough to lead a dharmic life, speak the truth, not hurt anybody, anything like that, and also study the Vedanta?
Yes. Need not worry about what causes this, what we find ourselves to be, and so do the best that you can. Lead dharmic life, study Vedanta, be good and do good as best as you can. Don't worry about the past.
Okay, Swamiji.
Yes.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Pranam Swamiji. My name is Vinod. I'm from New Jersey. I had one question. Some people say that, okay, you can pray God for whatever you want. Some others say God knows everything, so there is really nothing to pray to God. So what should one pray to God?
You can pray to God, Ishvara, and ask whatever you want. There's nothing wrong in asking Ishvara. He is the one who can give, is capable of giving anything and everything. So, you can certainly ask Ishvara to fulfill your desire, but before that you decide whether it is worth fulfilling the desire or not. So you decide that that's important to me, I must have it, you can pray. Ultimately we will desire, we will wish that my prayers become without an expectation of reward, but we are not yet there, so there is nothing wrong in asking for some favor from Ishvara. We need favor. Because sometimes simply all the laws and that is not enough for us. We have need some special favor. And prayer is for that purpose. Yeah.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Praying for your loved ones and their good, life and everything, is that...
Say that again, please.
So praying for your loved ones, your children, your siblings, your friends and everybody, and then you ask God to keep them safe and all that, is that also is that asking for yourself, or you are asking for the good well-being of others?
Both. Because you see your own well-being in the well-being of others.
Yes.
That's why you're asking.
So gradually we should stop even praying for all that also, like asking for all that also?
Best is to leave to Ishvara what is best for them, rather than my defining what is best for me. But there is nothing wrong if you ask for the well-being of your loved ones.
But gradually we should stop doing that as well, not expecting from God.
As far as you are asking for someone else, it's quite okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Swamiji.
So just reflecting on what you said a little earlier, so you reach a stage where you can actually pray without expectations from Ishvara. So at that stage, what is a prayer, or what prayers can we offer to Ishvara?
You can, recognize the grace that you're enjoying in life. You can praise Ishvara for His grace, for His glories, for what He is, So prayer can be then in terms of singing the glories of Ishvara. Our joy that we are in, that I have this very thought of praying, and that the grace that I'm enjoying. So prayer can be in appreciation of the grace that you're enjoying. Prayer can be for singing the glories of the Lord. And prayer can be for fulfilling some desire. But we should overcome that slowly, this business of fulfilling desire, and leave it to Ishvara. And come to a point where I don't ask for anything. Even if you need something, leave it to Ishvara. Let him decide what is best for me. Because I am what I am on account of asking all the time what is best for me, and I realize that I have not yet reached what is best for me. So it's best to leave to Ishvara, decide what is best for me, ultimately.
Thank you, Swamiji.
All right, good. So we'll conclude with one bhajan. You have to repeat after me. Narayana, Hari Narayana, Narayana, Hari Narayana, Nanda Govinda Ananda Narayana. Everybody please join. Nanda Govinda Ananda Narayana. Narayana Hari Narayana. Nanda Govinda Ananda Narayana. Please join. Nanda Govinda Ananda Narayana. 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 Narayana Hari Narayana. Nanda Govinda Ananda 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 Narayana. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhaved, Asato Ma Sadgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amrutangamaya. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Dichyate Purnasya Purnamada Yapurnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari